Well, night before the surgery. I know I said I wouldn't come back until the day of, but, you know, I just got a text from my buddy Matt. Thank you for the good luck. Swipe that away while I'm talking. I'll reply back after I finish this. My folks are here. I've noticed that I'm getting tired from the lack of food for the last 24 hours or so. I haven't been drinking water all day. Gatorade, well, mostly Gatorade Zero, but not as much as I was on the other days. Just didn't, no thirst. Hunger, but no thirst. I've got a patch behind my ear for nausea. It's supposed to be on, just keep it on for 3 days, which basically means I take it off after I come home from surgery. And if I couldn't see it right then, I took a picture. I'll probably post it in here if I'm paying attention when I edit all this together. Don't know how I'm gonna get to sleep tonight. I set my alarm for 4 a.m. because I got to be there at 5:45. Yep. I'm not so much nervous right now, just keep thinking I'm forgetting something. The hospital never did call to confirm the time like I was told they were going to today. So I'm just going to assume that everything is good, go in. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right. Keep getting notifications from my house cameras while I'm recording this. Sorry, it's nighttime. Bugs like to fly at the cameras for some reason. Probably the IR lighting. Anyway. I should try to go to sleep. See you tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm just talking to the phone now. It's surgery day. They haven't put an IV in me yet. I'm up on this thing. They shaved my belly, which tickled a lot. Just waiting for, I guess, the doc and the IV and all that, right? Yeah. My folks are over here, but I don't want them to be on camera if they don't want to. All right. Well, see y'all on the other side. I've got these little compression things on my feet.
Yeah.
Nope, I can't notice them. Oh well. Okay, so I was discharged this morning around 11. And I'm on liquid diet now with a bunch of pills and stuff, which started today. Everything else they gave me in the hospital. I'm gonna have to end up giving myself a shot for the next 14 days, which sucks because I hate watching needles go into my skin. So it's gonna be weird. I had an IV in this hand. You can see the little red dot there. Had to back up on the other hand. Had blood drawn from each arm, elbow pit. And then I've got 6 scars on my belly. And believe me, this is the only time you're gonna see me shirtless because this is for posterity's sake. There's still some tape glue, yuck. So, this one, and then down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you will notice they're held together with a medical glue that is supposed to eventually fall off when these are all healed. Yeah. I've now started to take my multi-80K vitamins. Whatever the generic C of Prilosec is I take in the morning. I'm back on my blood pressure meds. They said actually I can go ahead and start retaking my blood sugar medication, but I'm gonna hold off because that one usually makes my stomach feel sick. I want to see how I take to the other pills before I start doing that one. I've also got pills for pain and haven't had a whole lot of pain. The biggest pain is gas pain, and that's because to do the procedure they pumped my small intestine full of air so they could, see what they were doing. Yeah. Those 6 wounds down here are all endoscopic, so these tiny little tubes go in there. I don't remember any of it. I remember seeing the doctor and nurses in the prep room, and I remember waking up in the room I spent last night in. And I had to get up throughout the day and do walking around because, for one, walking helps to prevent the blood clots in your feet and legs, which can lead to embolisms or heart attack and whatnot. Excuse me, been doing a lot of burping and passing gas because of the air in my system. That doesn't seem like it's going to end anytime soon. So, yeah. A week from today is when I have my post-op, even though all the documentation says 2 weeks after, but mine's like a week and a day after the surgery. It's fine, whatever. And at that particular time, we'll see where he says I can go as far as solid foods. My parents are staying with me. Apparently they're staying tomorrow and then leaving the day after, if everything's going well with me, and I think I will be. It's going to be just a long couple weeks of sitting at the house, walking around a bit, and taking pills and liquids. My liquids, I take 2 physician strength protein, 2 ounces, I should say, of physician strength protein shakes a day, 1 ounce of water, 1 ounce of, they say Crystal Light or broth, but they also said Gatorade Zero works, so I've been using Gatorade Zero. And then 1 more ounce of just straight up water. And that's my meal for an hour. And for each hour that I'm awake, after that I'm supposed to repeat it. I got 13 hours worth today, if you count what was in the hospital, so that's pretty good. That's 65 ounces when you do the math. Yeah, it's because I'm so new at it, and the stomach and whatnot, it's a little hard to get all the sips in. So yeah. I know when I had some friends visit me yesterday when I was, yesterday afternoon when I was moved into my room after surgery, I know I was in and out of consciousness a little bit while they were there, just not because of all the drugs I was on and all that. But I was very happy to see them. And I know my parents were happy to meet some of them. And my uncle, of course, came to visit. Yeah. So here goes the next big phase, right? So I just did a walk around the block. It is, gosh, what day is it? July 20th, I think? Let me think here. It's Friday. Hey Google, what's today's date?
It's Friday, July 21st, 2023.
July 21st, 2023. Had my surgery on Monday. My parents stayed with me until yesterday when they went home. I'm doing good with my fluids. I'm getting better with my exercising, my walking. It took a while for some of the soreness to be bearable. The first time my dad and I tried to walk around the block, I stopped about a third of the way because I just needed to turn back because on my left side over here, the gas buildup was just too painful. I just needed to go back and sit down again. That's started to alleviate. I just did a round around the block. I'm kind of tired. Part of it is because it rained this morning and it's incredibly humid. It's only like 77 degrees and there's a nice breeze, which made it easy. I'm sweating because I'm out of shape because my muscles are all very sore still, very weak. Well, not they're better than they were on Tuesday, clearly. But they're not, 100% because there's still 6 little holes in them that are healing up. Funny thing, I don't know if I mentioned here, like literally like a couple of days before my parents were supposed to come stay with me, like the day of my pre-op, I got home and like my AC after that just wouldn't cool the house down. And I thought, well, it's been in like eco mode for 4 hours. It's probably just what happens. Then it did it again the next day. And I called somebody out to check on it. Turned out basically it's a 19-year-old system. It wasn't well made. It was a cheap system because this was a cookie cutter neighborhood. And that's, anyway, end up having to buy a whole new HVAC system literally days before having weight loss surgery. So, and Halloween decorations that I ordered from the week before that anyway, I ordered Halloween decorations the same week. Wasn't expecting to have to buy a HVAC system for the house. So, ended up spending a shit ton more money, excuse my language, last week than I expected. On a payment plan for that. Well, it's fine. Anyway, dealt with that. It's all good. Brings it back to coming home from the walk. I checked my mail after coming on my way back into the house after the walk. And the company that did the HVAC install had sent me a little gift, right? As a, thank you for your business buying this, really expensive yet middle of the road system. They're all expensive, even the cheap ones, let's be honest. They gave me a coffee cup. Can't have caffeine for a long time, 6 months, I think. Inside of the coffee cup was a stack of 6 cookies, like macadamia cookies, chocolate and macadamia cookies, and I think chocolate chip cookies. Like there were 2 of each. So, there's temptation right there for you. I don't dare eat them. I wouldn't eat them anyway, let's be honest. I know better. I'm stronger willed than that. You might know that about me. Maybe you don't. I just found it kind of funny. It's not like they were intentionally trying to be tempting to me or insensitive to my surgery. They barely knew that I was having it. Yeah, it's just, life's funny sometimes. Yeah, things have been progressing well. I'm working I'm on all the pills now that I'm supposed to be on. I've only halfway worked in my diabetes medication because, to be honest, my blood sugar has not gotten high since I've been on this liquid diet, since I've had the surgery. Like there was one time in the hospital where they came in and gave me some insulin because my blood sugar was a little high. Since then, it's been fine. But just to be safe, I started myself back on a half dosage of it. Even though, my mom says I should be back on the full dose or whatever. Sorry, Mom. I just wanted to make sure that my new stomach, could handle the medicine used to make my stomach very upset when it didn't have solids, and since I'm on a liquid diet, I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to get sick, and cause problems to my new system. So that's a thing. Yeah, but so far everything's going fine. One thing that sucks, I'm on a blood thinner that I have to give myself injections for. And I'm already a guy that doesn't like to watch myself get needles stuck into me. Like whenever I have to have my blood drawn for diabetic testing, I have to look the other way. So the fact that I now have to, it's a tiny little needle. It's subcutaneous, which means it's just like right under the skin, right? Oh my God. And I don't have the steadiest of hands anyway. I don't know that you can probably tell by the one hand that I'm holding this phone with shaking a little bit. Yeah. It's even worse when I'm a little nervous. I think I'm shaking a little more just thinking about it. Could just be I'm tired of holding up the phone. So yeah, making me have to stick myself with a needle on a daily basis for 14 days. It's only 14 days, and I'm 3 days in, so it sucks. But I'll get through it. Get the post-op next week. I'm optimistic. The weird thing is I haven't felt hungry, really. I haven't felt full. I haven't felt satisfied as far as food. I mean, it's just I'm drinking the little drinks, an ounce at a time, sipping it. I'm supposed to get in 5 ounces per hour, 2 of the protein shakes, 1 water, 1. They've said like Crystal Light or broth or Gatorade Zero. I've been using Gatorade Zero just because I already had Gatorade Zero. And then 1 more of water, and then repeat for the next hour. That's been fine. The biggest problem with that is just that my mouth's been feeling dry on sometimes and makes me cough a little, which sucks because some of the muscles don't like me coughing. They're still sore about that. But I need to cough just to keep my lung clear, make sure I don't get like some kind of pneumonia or something. I think that was more of a concern when I was still in the hospital, but they gave me this thing. It has a fancy name. I'm supposed to breathe into the tube and keep my breath, like it measures your inhalation. So I'm supposed to keep it to 1,000. I've been consistently above it when I do it. So I think I'm okay. In the hospital, they had me trying it for 2,000, which I think was a bit much, but incisions are starting to kind of heal up. Yeah, things are progressing. We'll see what happens for the pre-op. Yeah. Sunday, July 30th, 2023. This is my last tray of the liquid diet. I've been doing 3 of these trays a day. So basically each row across represents an hour. 2 ounces of the protein shake, ounce of water, an ounce of, currently it's Gatorade Zero. I've also used broth. They've also said water with Crystal Light and whatnot. And another ounce of water. I've been using some flavorings in these. This one's like a great value, like mango flavor or pineapple flavor or something like that. All the 0 sugar, 0 calorie, that kind of thing. Yeah, this is my last round of these because tomorrow I get to have solid foods again. Well, soft foods, which I'll probably get to in the next segment I do here, but I'm so glad to see this go away. I started to feel hungry a couple of days ago for the first time. So to be able to actually have something solid in my stomach will be interesting. But this is the end of this. Stage 2 ends today. So, one thing the doc told me to do, well, they tell all their patients to do, regardless of which procedure, during this 2-week period of recovery post-surgery, is to get a mile of walking in a day. Now, some of this is to get some of the gas out of your intestines there. It's pumped in during the procedure. Also just to, keep you active, keep blood clots from forming in the legs, right? So I mapped out my neighborhood, which is essentially a big square, give or take. And one complete loop is just a little over half a mile. So that's good. Except on a day when the heat index is 107. And there's nowhere near enough tree shade or cloud coverage. It's all right. I'm on the homeward stretch. Monday, July 31st, 2023. Today is the day I get to move to soft foods. And my first meal, of course, is breakfast. So I'm going with these Walmart Great Value maple flavored chicken sausage patties, because pork is apparently not, well, it's too high in fat for my current stage of the diet. Excuse me. So I'm supposed to cut it into like dime-sized shapes. It's supposed to be something that's soft enough to cut with a plastic fork. I've only got a regular fork. I don't have plastic utensils around the house, as I'm not a child. Supposed to cut it into dime-sized bites. I'll do my best. Do a lot of chewing. And stop when I feel full. So, first bite. Oh my gosh. The mouthful of having meat in my mouth again. No pun intended. I don't know what that's about. Oh my gosh. After 2 weeks of shakes and water and Gatorade Zero only, like, that's awesome. Oh God. I don't know if I may have mentioned it in any of these, but essentially the diet of the last couple of weeks, I've already lost around 20 something pounds. Like, it depends on which scale I'm looking at. Based on my scale at home, it's like 20 pounds, which is, it's more than 20 pounds, honestly. And so hopefully this doesn't like create a plateau, but if it does, it's worth it, because gosh, food. All right, I'm going to have breakfast, and when I'm done, I'm supposed to have these calcium chews 3 times a day. So basically with meals, because I no longer can absorb calcium as readily as before. Same with iron, which iron I have to take at the end of the day, or at least 2 hours between the calciums. So it's 2 hours between the calciums and the iron. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. Sorry, I'm not holding this well. Just got up. That's why my voice isn't fully working. Also today, I'm going to go back to work for the first time for the last, since 2 weeks. Working from home, of course, but just because of this whole first eating thing and figuring out what my new limits are and how the anatomy is going to adapt to it, if you get my drift. All right, signing off for now. Okay, so breakfast, I was only able to eat one of those 2 sausage patties. I'm wondering if it was maybe because they were just a little too tough. So for lunch, I'm having some turkey cold cuts. Sorry, I'm doing this on my lap in the living room. I'm going to take my time with it because, you know, but this is a little softer. Maybe this will work better. Over time, I'm sure it will be, you know, my stomach capacity will eventually increase, or at the very least, I'll be able to tolerate more. So we'll see.